in Ecclesiastes, it's telling us it's a time to hate and it's a time to love. In Psalms 139, it speaks of having it's quoted in this Bible in a different way, but it's having a justified hate toward people. How does that go into with loving everybody if it's a time for us to hate?
I'm guessing it depends on what we're hating.
I'm going to read this version.
Yes.
This version says it.
What's the verse?
It's Psalms 139, verse 22. It's in the clear word. It says, I hate them with a justified hatred and count them as my enemies.
What's the context? The broader.
From me reading it, it's speaking of people that's not, what I would say, not our neighbors.
Let's think about David's context, though. David's writing this. I'm guessing he's talking about the people who are hunting him down and trying to kill him. I don't know that for sure, but he wrote lots of places in there. He wrote that he wanted to kill his enemies and smash their babies on a rock.
You know, verse 19 says, oh Lord, I wish you would take care of my enemies. I wish those bloodthirsty men would stop bothering me. These visitors from other countries talk against you every chance they get, and in private they curse your name. I hate them. I hate what they're saying about you. From what I'm understanding, it's people that's against God, and he hates them.
Again, I think this is a man after God's own heart. He is pouring out his heart to God and saying, this is how I really feel. I can't stand that they're misrepresenting you. I can't stand that they're lying about you. I want you to take them out. And then he says, create in me a clean heart, O God. Renew in me a steadfast spirit. You know what I mean? Search me and see the wicked way in me. So and Dr. Jennings wrote a blog on anger, righteous indignation or anger. Is it okay? Is it right? When does it make sense to have that? I think there are times when then that's an appropriate emotion. But again, this fight for self, it's all fear-based, it's all selfish, save self-based. And this is what he's trying to heal in us. This is what he's trying to turn. And we're going to talk more about it. This is a struggle. I am not there yet. I have a quote coming up where it says, it will be as easy for us to love others as it was for Christ to go around doing good. Do you think he had to make an effort at going around doing good, or was it just what he was? It's what he did. This is what he wants to rewrite. He wants to rewrite that code in us.
Maybe what God was trying to teach him is,
right,
hate what they're doing and what they're saying, but the person is still my child.
Yeah, and I think David understood God's power. His capability was to take these people out. He didn't understand why God would allow them to keep running free and misrepresenting him and lying about him. He hated that. He didn't understand why God wouldn't take care of that and eliminate the issue. Somebody else had a comment.
Yeah, I think we confuse, like, the Gospels are straight from Jesus, and a lot of the Old Testament is what people were doing kind of haphazardly in their own in their own flaws. And whenever I listened to David, I didn't quite understand it, but those are not words from God. That's just him struggling with his own demons. So I don't necessarily think that what David is saying, because he wants to smite his enemies or whatever he wants to do, that's not really God telling him that this is okay.
Right. Like I said, I think it's more him being completely honest and laid bare and pouring out his heart. Because God knows how we feel anyway. I think this is an example for us. I think God wants us to be that open and honest with him in our prayers. And he promises to acknowledge those inklings and those instincts in us and to heal them and correct them. Yes, Eve?
The Bible also says that in Ephesians 6 that we do not struggle against flesh and blood.
Yes.
And then in Romans, we're reminded that we're to hate what is evil. We're not to hate the people.
Yeah.
We think of enemies as people who are against us, but that is not the enemy.
Yeah.
And if we think of it that way, then it makes sense when God says, love your enemies, do good to them,
Right.
because in doing that, you could win them over. And that is so godlike.
Exactly. It is what he does.
His enemies, and he won us over.
Well said.